this look would look so much better if I had eyelashes. Like, I have eyelashes, but like, you know, they're baby eyelashes. I need better eyelashes. Ooh, these are my next 2 videos. Anyway, hey guys, so I am back. This is based, oh, it got dark, girl, it got dark. See the shade. I'm going to be doing a story time about how I got a fake page made about me. And pretty much, yeah, and how that ended and, you know, what's going on. Okay, so first, I was gonna use people's real names because I don't think it mattered, like, really, like, one, I don't think this girl even knows I have a YouTube channel or she would watch it. 2, I mean, I don't really care, but, you know, my boyfriend told me not to use people's names, so I'm not. So I had a best friend named Ivy. So when I tell you, like, you know, I have a problem with calling people my best friend and them not coming through for me. Because like one, she was just a bad texter. Like, she was a good school friend, but like outside of school when I tried to text her, like, she just took mad long to reply type things and stuff like that. So like, you know, like I put too much more into the friendship, but like than she did, but that was that kind of situation. Anyway, I think this was the ending of 9th going into 10th grade year. So yeah, because that's when we were friends. I don't think we were even friends 10th grade because of this situation. But like, I'm not a slut shamer or anything like that. Like, girl, do what you gotta do, okay? But like, just for this instance, so you guys know like where some of this stuff comes from, she was kind of a person that like wasn't, not necessarily passed around, but like she liked to go from guy to guy to guy, right? When she would do stuff like that, she would always tell me about it, right? And I'm like, oh girl, okay, excuse me. I mean, I wasn't like that, because you know when like you're the ugly friend in the group, like that was me. It's still me, but like, yeah, so I was the ugly friend. So like, I never had you know, encounters like that. I was mostly like, I lived like vicariously through her. So she would tell me all her experiences or whatever, like with different guys in our class or different guys outside of school and stuff like that. I'd be like, girl, okay, babes. And then all of a sudden, I remember this was the one day that like I went to hang out with my father. And I didn't text her this whole day. I mean, there was nothing wrong. I mean, even though you're my friend, I don't need to talk to you all day. And all of a sudden, when I came back from hanging out with my dad, I got a message from her. This is when we always used to use Kik. So like, I don't even think I had her real, like her actual like iMessage. So she hits me up on Kik, call me all this types of and all these like fake, like all this, and I'm like, wait, bitch, what? What did I even do? And all of a sudden, she basically showed me screenshots of this guy. Okay, there was 2 boys that she was talking to at this one time. One of them starts with an R, and one of them starts with a M. And I'm not gonna figure out names for them, so I'm just gonna say his name did start with an R and the other guy's name did start with an M, but I'm gonna just say R and M, okay? So she sent me screenshots from R, basically exposing like every single thing that she's ever done. Basically what this is that we don't think it, well, I don't think it was really R. I think it was somebody who made a fake Kik of R and M, but we don't know. But yeah, so it's from R and M talking about, oh, blah blah blah, you're a hoe, to Ivy, how she's a hoe and this and that, how she plays with mad guys, and basically everything that she told me was in those messages. Once, if I call you my friend, you're my friend. Like, one, your secrets are never leaving my mouth. 2, even if we're not talking, I'm not telling people your business, because one, again, that's not my business. Just because you told me something, that still makes it your business. I don't have, where do I get the right to tell people your business? Not to mention that I wasn't close with R or M at all. I probably had like one conversation with both of them like that whole 9th grade year. Like, I was unfamiliar with them. If you're my best friend, why would I even want to tell people about you, right? So like, basically everything she told me was in the messages. So I was confused. I was like, I don't know what's going on. But I didn't tell anybody, you know, but she wouldn't believe me because she was like, how would anybody else know? And I'm like, clearly you have to have told somebody about the situation, because there's no way, like, because I know for a fact there's no way I told anybody what's going on. Like, because even though I had more of associate, she was like my only like friend. I considered a friend. Basically, we stopped talking. So after that, she didn't believe me, so she just assumed, like, because she got caught up. I don't know what she did to get caught up, but she got caught up, and she blamed me for it because she thought that I told them, which I could care less about what she was doing with these guys, because none of them are my friends, so I don't care, right? And she was my best friend, so I'm like, hey, go girl, do what you got to do. So yeah, we stopped talking, and you know, I hit her up a couple times because, again, I'm that type of friend, like, even if we like stop talking, I want to make up, because especially if I care about my friends, you know, like, I'm not gonna just like stop talking to you after one little argument. I think I hit her up about like 3 or 4 times, right? Thirsty as hell, clearly. The first time I hit her up, I was just like, hey, like, how you doing? I know things happen, but I swear that wasn't me. I didn't tell anybody what's going on, and I don't really know what's going on. She left me on red, never answered her, right? Like a couple days later, hit her up again. I'm like, hey, so like, are you still mad at me for something I didn't do, really? And left me on red, didn't respond. I called her. These were all like different days, right? Because again, we went through a lot, like, that was like my one friendship that I've never like had arguments with her. Like, I've never had arguments with Ivy whatsoever. Like, this was like our first argument, right? So I was kind of like hurt that she would just stop talking to me after one, like, you know, like a couple days later after that, I think I hit her up for like the last time, where I was like, and I sent her like a paragraph this time, because the last time I just sent her like a sentence or two. I sent her a paragraph. I was like, hey Ivy, like, I understand that you're mad and you do have a right to be, but like, I just feel like you don't have the right to be mad with me, because I didn't say anything to anybody about your situation. And I feel like you shouldn't just, like, you know, cut me off. Like, especially if anything, this would be our first fight. So you would really like just cut a friendship off for something I didn't even do. And she left me on red and didn't respond, right? So after that, I was like, you know, I'm done. I tried. She didn't want to respond to me. She'd read all of that and she didn't want to respond. So that's her. I think this was in July. And a month passed, so it's August, because I remembered it was like 2 weeks before we had to go back to school. And I wake up one day, like, you know, after a month of this, right? And I was like, you know what, when we go back to school, I'll see if I could try to make up with her or whatever like that. All of a sudden, I woke up to a lot of messages, right? And all my friends are like, oh my God, is this you? Is this you? Is this you? And I'm like, what? And like, you know, and I was confused. I was like, what? So then I go to the link that they gave me, and all I see is like this Instagram page that has like all my information on it, like my whole name, my phone number, where I go to school, and what else? I don't remember. And in the bio it says like, oh, I suck for money, I have sex for money, call me and I give you a great time, stuff like that. And I'm just like, I am disgusted. What? Like, what? Like, what scared me the most is that it had my full name, my actual phone number, and where I go to school. But it's just the fact that you're portraying that you're actually putting that stuff on there. Actual creeps online could call me, or they could go to my actual school, or look my whole government up online and find me. Like, that was the scary part of it. It had like about 10 to 15 pictures of me from my personal Instagram. Basically, if I'm smiling like this, or like cheese or whatever like that, it's like zoomed into my face, like zoomed into my mouth or any type of body part. Basically like, I do a lot with my lips and this and that, like dirty stuff like that, right? So like, it followed like almost everybody that was in my grade at the time. Followed a lot of people that was in my school. So a lot of people from my school saw it. Thank God a lot of people from my school inboxed me or like sent it to me and told me what was going on. And before I even had to say anything, they reported it themselves. So, you know, but like I was just like freaking out. And then I was thinking about like, who do I have a problem with? And at the time I didn't have a problem with anybody. But this also leads into another story time that I will tell in the future. There's this girl, her name starts with an R, so I'm gonna call her Roxy. So yeah, just be prepared for some Roxy story time. The first person I thought of was because, you know, I assumed that it was like a fake page of R and M that was messaging her saying stuff about like, you know, how she was a slut and stuff like that, what it was saying, right? So I'm thinking that like she thought that I made a fake page of R&M, or I told R&M what was going on, because she's had a fake page made about her as well. Not to mention, I forgot to say that she has a fake page made of her as well. She's had that for like a couple months now. So yeah, that's why I still think it's somebody sabotaging her. The person that made the fake page of her is sabotaging her and told R&M what was going on, or made a fake page about R&M just calling her and stuff, and she just assumed that it was just me. So I told my friends what was going on, and I didn't tell them to message her, but they did, and they were like cursing her out, like what was going on, right? Not to mention, there was another, Ivy had a fake Instagram of her, and she had a fake kick. So I'm assuming it's a fake kick because she talks away like, I'm not saying she's uneducated, but like she talks more like slang, like, you know, that makes sense. But this fake page was like very like well spoken, you know, well written. I was confused. I was very confused. So it messaged me like, oh, you're gonna call the cops or whatever, and I'm like, I should. And it was just saying stuff like that. She was like, oh, don't do that. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry for everything. Blah, blah, blah. Whole paragraph. I left it undelivered. So then it was like, I'm going to make your world a living hell. And then I'm just like,
really, nigga?
Bitch, the fuck? Like, that was mad weird. But I just left it alone. I didn't even say nothing. Now, all my friends started to, like, bash Ivy, her actual kick, and like she was like, I don't even know what the hell you guys are talking about, whatever, this and that, and it was just going back and forth. So like that's how I figured out it was two different. At first I thought it was Ivy, but I realized it was two different kicks that was messaging me. Ivy speaks one way and the kick speaks a different way. That's why I was starting to like, maybe this is not her, right? So like after like 5-6 hours, the Instagram got deleted and I was fine, right? But me and Ivy's friendship was like never, well, I mean, now I'm out of high school, I'm about to go to college in a month. We're friends, we're okay now, we're associates. We talk, like we had gym together and stuff, like we would talk during gym and stuff, but we would never like have a personal conversation like ever again. So yeah, I don't, to this day, I don't think it was her, because I'm not saying like she's dumb or anything, but like she's not that like mischievous. Well, kind of, because she was messing with a lot of guys, but you know, she's not that clever to do that, you know, and like that's just a lot of work to do. I don't think she would have done that. This day, I still don't know who actually made the Instagram page. I do have a clue. That's why I brought him to play Roxy. But you'll definitely find out. That's going to be a series on her, because a lot of things happened in high school with that one. But yeah, so to this day, I still don't know exactly who made the fake page about me. But, you know, all's good. It's deleted. Nobody hit, like, no, like, creepy people messaged me about it anyway. So, like, it's whatever. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, that's the time that I got a fake page made about me. And, you know, I was shook. I was shook. I was shook. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys next time. Bye, guys. What high school has taught me, and like how that